What's up, YouTube? This is BackinCali. Haven't been on YouTube in a while, and I came up, logged in, and there's a message in my inbox from Troybambam. And apparently I've been tagged. So, I had no clue what the hell's going around, so had to look it up, and I guess apparently when you're tagged you have to give 10 facts about yourself and then tag 5 other people, I guess. I don't know. So I figured, you know what, I'm bored, I'll do this, see what happens. So here you go. Fact number 1. My name is Brian Galloway. I live in Hesperia, California, which is a little desert town halfway between LA and Vegas. Probably about 75 to 80,000 people. And it's always said nobody moves here, they all just wind up here. So that's where I am. And fact number 2 is, a lot of people ask, why is your name BackinCali? Where did you go? Well, I've been here in California, in Hesperia, since '79, except for the 6 years I spent in Las Vegas. Moved to Vegas, spent 6 or 7 years there, and moved back. So, thus the name BackinCali. Born and raised here, Southern California, all my life. I've lived in Vegas, and that's the only other place I've ever lived, other than down the hill, or Hawthorne, Gardena, Hesperia. So, fact number 3, sports cards. I've been in sports cards since I was a kid. It started off with me buying boxes of, like, up through the 80s, 84, 85, all the way through the 80s, buying boxes of tops and sitting there trying to complete my sets. Buy a couple boxes, get everything collated, and then go to the card shop with my list and sit there for hours going through commons. After high school, I got into doing sports card shows where I was doing probably 4 or 5 shows a week, and it was running tough. It was really good, and then it started to turn and became too many dealers, not enough collectors, too many guys wanting to buy stuff at 5% of book price so they can go sell it for 10 or 15% of book price, and the collectors just stopped coming around. So it was rough when that happened, and I'm not going to make any money off of collectors, off of dealers, so I couldn't keep up with the turnaround and how fast everything was coming out, because I've noticed when I did card shows, once the cards hit the Beckett, they're old news and nobody wants them anymore. They want them when they're fresh, when they're brand new, and especially now with eBay, it's the same thing. People want the brand new stuff, and once it hits the book price, forget it, it's old news. So that's why I had gotten out about 15 years ago, and then just started back in a little over a year ago, just buying boxes for myself because I was bored and wanted to get back into it. So started building up my PC and then doing box breaks here and there. Number 4, my favorite sports teams. Of course, everybody knows LA Dodgers, top of the list. Baseball comes first. Top of the list, Los Angeles Dodgers. Born and raised Dodger fan. I'm bred to hate Giants and Yankees. If you cut me, I bleed Dodger blue. Lifelong Dodger fan, and that will never change. As far as football, as ashamed as I am to admit it, I am a Raider fan. I was a Raider fan back when it was Jim Plunkett. Before, and just go down the list of all the guys. I was a fan before they moved to LA, and became a bigger fan when they were in LA, and then they moved out of LA. So, but I'm still a fan, as hard as that is to admit. As far as basketball, of course, I'm a Laker fan, and it's not just because, I'm not jumping on the bandwagon. I've been a Laker fan since way back with Magic and Cooper and James Worthy and the dynasty of the 80s, Kareem, back when they had their big battles with Boston Celtics. So yeah, I've been a long time Laker fan. I don't watch hockey so much, but when I do, I kind of pull for the Ducks just because they're a local team. Figure if I'm going to watch, besides that, the fact that we get the Ducks games on our cable. So if I'm watching hockey, that's what I'm watching, are the Ducks. Number 5, my family. I am married. Yes, surprisingly enough, I am married. Contrary to what Uncle Willie says, I do not like it in the back end. I am married. I have a daughter who is 11. She'll be 12 in November, and puberty is kicking in like a mother. She is 11 going on 30. She's got the attitude, and I'm about ready to just kick her to the curb. She is driving me nuts. But that's my family. Fact number 6, I played baseball in high school for a couple of years. I lettered in high school baseball, threw my shoulder out, wound up getting cut from the team, so I took up golf. And I lettered for the high school golf team. Then I went to college, lettered in college golf, and I still play softball to this day. I was bowling for all my life. I've been bowling. Got out of bowling about 2 years ago. When I left, I was a 220 average. I just decided I was good as I was ever going to get. I wanted to go pro, but couldn't work out a thing with a guy who wanted to sponsor me. He would pay for my tournaments, but wouldn't pay travel and all this. So I just got out of bowling because the sponsorship fell through to go pro, and started getting back into golf. And haven't swung a club since last October. But I played every day for a couple of years, and when I stopped playing golf, I was a 2 handicap. So 2 handicap on golf, 220 average in bowling. I'd like to say I left at the top of my game. So, of course, I'll be back out playing golf eventually when I feel like it, but for right now, it's not in my priorities. Number 7, of course, everybody knows I am a huge wrestling fan. I've been a wrestling fan for 30 years, since I was a little kid, and that will never change, and I watch them religiously. It's just like a male soap opera. I love the drama, I love the storylines. Monday is Monday Night Raw, Tuesday's ECW, Thursday is TNA Impact, Friday is SmackDown, Saturday and Sunday, if I'm lucky and I'm sitting in front of the TV flipping channels, I'll come across the Lucha Libre, AAA wrestling out of Mexico, and I'll watch that. It's wrestling. If I'm sitting there, I'll watch it, at least until the Dodger game comes on. So yeah, big time wrestling fan. Number 8, my job. Of course, some of you know, I am a park manager for a mobile home park. And we are the white trashiest of the white trash. I swear, we have our issues here. Drugs, crime, white trash, just, you name it, and we probably have it here. But it's a fun job. I don't have to leave the house. I sit here on the computer all day. I can watch out the window to see who's coming and going. And, once a month I have to hand out rent statements and sit and collect rent for a few days. No big deal. Do a little bit of maintenance around here, a couple hours a week maybe, and eventually I get to serve somebody with a 3-day notice to get out, pay or get out. I've had some altercations with a couple tenants, but it's fun. The drama makes it fun, and easy job. I wouldn't trade it. Sitting here all day long and doing nothing. Can't beat it. Fact number 9. What kind of music do I like? I listen to all kinds of music. Predominantly, I am a country music fan. I've seen a lot of country concerts, both in Vegas and here in LA. Yeah, country is at the top of the list, but I listen to oldies. I listen to 60s, 70s, 80s, all the bands in the 80s that I couldn't stand, because when I was in junior high, I was a headbanger and had the, heavy metal rocks, all this crap. And new wave punk sucks, this and that. All that music I hated and used to rag on, I listen to. I'll listen to anything, basically. So yeah, if you see some of my favorite videos, you'll see it's country videos, it's Air Supply, it's Anne Murray, it's just off-the-wall combination. And so yeah, I'm a music fan. I listen to all kinds of music. And number 10. This is what a lot of people don't know about me, is at the first of the year, my New Year's resolution was I was going to write a book this year. Well, it kind of sat on the shelf for a while, and I've just been getting back into it, which is why I haven't spent a lot of time on YouTube. It's a novel about a paranormal investigator, and it takes place locally. I figured, if Stephen King can write about Maine, why can't I write about Hesperia? So I figured I'd give it a try. Still plugging it out. Running out of time for the end of the year, but we'll see what happens. So, basically that's the 10 facts about me, and now I have to tag 5 people, so I've already made my list out. I am going to tag Distemic, Snajuice, Ryeinc, Armored Saints, and Patthepackripper. So, there you go. 10 facts about BackinCali. Catch you guys later.